Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Let's make chicken soup. So I am going to be showing you all my homemade chicken soup, step by step, ingredient by ingredient, showing you every last detail of how I make it. But first, if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button right now, and also don't forget to turn on that little post notifications bell so you're notified every single time I upload a brand new video. Also, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and also keep up with me on all of my social medias. And let's not waste more time. Let's get right on into making this chicken soup. Okay beauties, so let's get started with making this chicken soup. So you want to grab a whole onion, 1 stalk of celery, and a bag of carrots. And I like to first prep everything, so I like to go ahead and clean up the celery, rinsing it off, and also cutting off both sides. Then I like to take a peeler and go ahead and peel all around the carrot, and then give them a nice rinse as well, and then cut off both ends of the carrots. You're only going to need about 4 carrots for the chicken soup, but to each his own. You can add more if you'd like or less if you'd like, but I added a total of about 4 carrots, and they all range in different sizes. Then with that 1 stalk of celery, any pieces that were really huge, I like to go ahead and just cut those in half so that we have more even amount of sections, that you don't have any pieces that have huge chunks, that everything just seems to be a little bit more even. And once everything's evened out, you want to go ahead and dice up your celery. And again, it's your preference. You can use more than just 1 bunch of celery, or you can use less. It definitely is your preference. And then 1 whole white onion. And with the white onion, I like to first turn it on its side and slice it into 4 slices. Then put it back together, right side up, and then cut that in half. And then from there, just begin to dice each half up, and then you get your onion into these smaller pieces. So after everything's prepped, I also had some chicken that we're going to be using for the soup. And these are just chicken breasts that I seasoned with a little bit of seasoned salt, black pepper, a little bit of garlic and herb seasoning. And this is the chicken that we'll be using to make the chicken soup. So I like to go ahead and add a little bit of avocado oil to a pan. Avocado oil is great for high heat cooking. And then once the pan is nice and hot, we like to go ahead and add our chicken into the pan and let it just cook and sear on each side. You don't have to have it fully cooked all the way through. It's your preference, because it is going to cook more once you add it back into the pan for the soup, but it's up to you. So as you can see, it's cooking nicely on each side. And I cook it for about 5 to 6 minutes on each side. And this looked perfect to me, so I went ahead and took it out of the pan and set it to the side, because we're going to add that back in later. And then in the same pot, we're going to add in our onions, celery, and carrots. And then just give that a nice mix into the oil and let that start to cook down. Then I like to add some minced garlic. You can add as much as you like. I would say I added about a total of 4 cloves of garlic. And this here is optional, but I like to add in just a little bit of sun-dried tomatoes to my soup. I just love the flavor that it adds. So I'll be using a combination of vegetable broth and chicken broth. So I added in first my low sodium vegetable broth, which is about 32 ounces. Each canister was about 32 ounces, so that's a total of 8 cups of liquids into this soup, which in total serves a nice hearty soup for about 5 to 6 people. So I went ahead and covered that and let it come to a boil. And once it came to a boil, Now it's time to add back in our chicken, but as you can see, I went ahead and broke it up off camera. So you want to just take some gloves and break up your chicken into tiny, smaller pieces that are going to be perfect for the soup. So now time to season our soup. I like to add herbs de Provence. I like to be heavy-handed with herbs de Provence. It honestly is an amazing soup seasoning. And I also like to add in some bay leaves, some crushed red pepper flakes, and then go ahead and give that a nice mix into our soup. And then I like to add in some black pepper, some sea salt, and also some garlic powder and also onion powder. And you could add some chicken bouillon if you'd like, but I did not need to add any. I thought the flavor on the soup was actually perfect, and right here is where you want to give it a taste test. So this is another one of those optional things. I wanted to add in some kale just so that there's some more nice hearty flavor into the soup, and it just makes it even more healthy, and also because I just had it in my fridge and I needed to use it, so that's why I added the kale into the soup, and I think it just made the perfect touch to the chicken noodle soup, but again, it's optional. So once that comes to a boil, again, you want to go ahead and add in the ribbon egg noodles. I added about half the bag in, and then you want to just mix that into the soup, and then go ahead and cover it and let it cook for about 7 to 8 minutes, but just look at the back of the noodles to see how long it says it should cook. I like my noodles al dente. And now our soup is ready to serve once those noodles are nicely cooked into the soup. And yeah, you guys, this soup is so hearty, so flavorful. It absolutely is delicious. It's the best fall soup, any time of year soup. If you're sick, soup. Like, you need to go ahead and make yourself a nice chicken noodle soup. It's so easy, you guys, and it's absolutely delicious. So let me know how yours turned out. And I'll see you all in the next video. Make sure that you're subscribed.